We've had an interesting morning here at Eagle Eye Farm. So today is Sunday, April the 27th, I believe. And so this right here is Brooklyn. And Brooklyn had a baby this morning. And right now what Brooklyn is doing is she's just laying down. We did take the baby away. The temperature is very low. We are doing everything that we can for Brooklyn, but we're waiting for her to pass her placenta. She's not so much interested in standing up, or she definitely wasn't interested in helping her baby. So we'll take any sort of positive thoughts that you can have, send them our way. Her neck is up most of the time. Just whenever we get close to her, she puts her neck down, her head down. But we're going to keep a close eye on her until she passes her placenta. There's not really a ton that we can do for her. We are making sure that she has access to water and are paying close attention to her, mainly from afar. We just came out to check on her again to make sure she was okay. But this is her about 30 minutes after having her baby. It can take up to a couple hours for her to pass her placenta. You cannot pull the placenta because it will rip and then cause significant problems. All right, so big thoughts and super positive vibes being sent. Please send to us at Eagle Eye Farm. So this is Brooklyn. It's been about an hour since she had her baby. So she's up. You can see all of her friends are here giving her emotional support. She has not passed the placenta, but she's up. So that's good news. We're gonna make sure she stays up, continue to monitor, make sure that she does pass that placenta. This could take a couple of hours, unfortunately. The placenta we cannot pull because it will rip inside of her, and that would be disastrous. So she just has to pass it on her own. This is not her first baby. This will be her second baby. Her first baby was also a white male. We called him Coney Island. So we'll have to come up with a good name for this white boy. Seems like white boys are her specialty. But yeah, mama's up, doing well. And we're still working on baby, trying to get his temperature up. His temperature is pretty darn low, but we're working. We're doing the best we can. All right, everybody. Thanks for all your positive vibes. This is the baby. So it's a white boy. His temperature is pretty low. So we need for the temperature to be about 100 degrees. When we first checked, his temperature was 92.5. It went down to 90.3. So we have him wrapped up. We have a coat on him. He's wrapped in multiple towels, which are dry. And then what we're doing is we're blowing in warm air. So we check his temperature about every 20 minutes. He is moving. You cannot give him any sort of colostrum or any sort of feed until his temperature gets up to about 100 degrees. Once it's up to 100, then we can start to give him colostrum. If mama is not better, we'll give him cow's colostrum, which we have on site. So this is our first baby of the year. First ones are always a little dramatic, shall we say. So we're going to keep on going here, get this baby's temperature up. This will take a couple of hours, and we'll keep you updated. People ask how we warm up the baby. So after the baby is born, one of the first things that we do is we take the temperature. So the temperature needs to be right around 100 degrees in order for them to go ahead and able to digest the colostrum. So this right here is Brooklyn's baby. He was born this morning, April the 27th, on a Sunday morning. He was born around 9:20 in the morning. And when we first took his temperature was 92.5. And then we took his temperature shortly after that, and it was 90.1. We took his temperature, then we started to heat him up. After we started to heat him up, 20 minutes later, it was 90.7, and then we just took it again, and it was 96.9. So we have a heat lamp on him. This heat lamp will only be here whenever we are here with him. He is wrapped in multiple dry, warm towels, and then we are using a dog hair heater to heat him up. And so we're blowing this all over him, and mainly we're blowing it underneath of the towels, kind of creating like a warm tent for him. And so it's working. After he gets up to 100 degrees, assuming mama has passed her placenta, well, as soon as mama's passed her placenta, then she can come in here. And then we will get him up and get him eating, because we want to have him eating within the first 2 hours, ideally. If not, then as soon as we can after that. But his temperature has to be up to 100 before we can actually get him to eat. So he's just kind of snoozing a little, but he's awake, he's moving, and yeah. So first birth of the year, never fun, but always a little dramatic. But we're here. I think we're gonna all be okay. So this is the afterbirth. This is what we've been waiting for. So it has 2 horns, 1 horn, 2 horn, because alpacas have 2 horns. And then, so you can see that up here, this is where the baby must have exited the sac. And so everything looks completely and totally normal. It's all intact. We just need to make sure that there's nothing that is retained within her, and it does not appear as though there is. So this is good news. So over here is Brooklyn. She's doing awesome. She's laying down, but she's probably looking for a baby. Her baby's inside being warmed up. So she does have on a halter. We're gonna halter her up and we're gonna take her in, let her be with her baby. So we just, after we look at that placenta, then we properly after the afterbirth, we properly dispose of it. So everything is going according to plan. So it's just been a little bit over an hour. She passed her afterbirth, and we'll go put her next to her baby. Her baby's temperature is warming up nicely. As soon as it gets to about 100 degrees, then we will make sure that they bond and that she starts feeding him. Here we are. Brooklyn's gonna go meet her baby. Come on, let's go see your baby. Oh, here's your baby. Go see your baby. Go get your baby. Go get your baby. Go get your baby. Come on, go on. It's okay, that's your baby. Go get your baby. Go get your baby. Boy, he's excited to see her. She's probably a little scared of the heater. But he's certainly excited to see her. She's decided she's just gonna lay down right here and watch him. So he's getting much stronger. Pretty soon he'll be able to stand up. His temperature's got to be close to 100 before he can nurse or really gonna get up and move around. But look at his ears. They're perking up. He's perking up. Looking good. All right, bud. Now's your time to get up. Want to get up? Look at those legs. They're all tangled in there. All right, buddy. There's your mama. Mama, he needs you. If you could get up, that would be awesome. I'm gonna have to help you get up, because this little baby, he needs you. So this baby was born 3 hours ago to Brooklyn, and it was Brooklyn. He's on time. Oh, that was a good try, bud. All right, you want to sit back up again? Try again. Let's try getting up. Come on, you can do it. Show us how strong you are. It's so hard to be born. There you go. Come on, get your energy up. Let's go. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get baby to nurse. It's been 3 hours because baby's temperature was so low. So this is not ideal. So what Kane is doing is they have 4 teats, and Kane is stripping the teats, meaning that there's a wax that builds up at the bottom of the teat, and so he strips it. And then now he milked a little bit and he's giving it to the baby to get the baby to want to nurse. Baby is definitely excited. We put our finger in its mouth, in his mouth, and the baby was definitely interested in nursing. Had a good suckle. So what we're gonna do is, in order to help baby, we're gonna give him a little bit of support, and we're gonna make sure that he gets right up to the teat, okay? This is Brooklyn. She's being such a good mom. She is not tied up whatsoever. She does have on a halter just so that we could move her over here. But he's got to find the teat. And so Kane is going to gently guide him in there. Okay, and then after he finds the teat, then he's got to start suckling on his own. But he's nice and strong now. I wouldn't say nice and strong. He's getting strong. Right now, he needs some more energy from colostrum. So we're just going to keep on working with him here. All right, well, Mama and Baby are both eating at the same time. Mama is interested in her hay. Baby's interested in Mama. Kane's just watching and supervising. So we are looking good. So that took about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And yeah, so you can see that little boy is still a little wobbly on his feet. He just needs to get some more food within him, but he's gonna be up and at him in no time at all. Mama, it's exhausting giving birth. Tell me, I will tell you, it's exhausting. And these mamas, they're hungry, right? So we'll give her some extra food today. But right now she's eating hay. She's doing a nice job of letting Baby nurse. Baby is brand new, right? He's only a couple hours old. It's only been less than a half an hour since he was strong enough to stand up and warm enough to actually be able to absorb the milk from Mama. And so this first milk is called colostrum. This is the most important thing. So we have to make sure that within the first 24 hours, this little boy eats. So babies are born with no immunity. So they're just getting a little tangled up with each other, but Kane's right there. So they're born with no immunity, the babies are. So they get their immunity from the antibodies that are passed through Mama's colostrum, which is that first really rich, important milk that they get within the first 24 hours. This is how come it's really important that we make sure that the baby gets up, gets comfortable with nursing. They are sippers, not gulpers. So alpacas, they nurse quite often, but they only take a little bit at each time. So they're gonna keep on working together. Oh, look at this little boy. He's getting this all figured out. So he's figuring out what to do when he gets underneath of there. Mama's being really good. You're being a really good mama there, Brooklyn. Yes, she is. So she's just holding real nice and still for him as he's under her taking his sips. So this alpaca here is now about 4 hours old, and he had a little bit rougher start to his day, to his being born, because his temperature was very, very low. So this morning it was raining here, and the temperature was probably in the low 50s. And whoops, he just went to the other side and is looking for his milk over there. So it takes him a little bit of time to get completely and totally used to what they're doing, but he will. He'll figure it out by the end of the day. I'm convinced. 4 hours is pretty good. Be up to be nursing. So we'll just keep an eye on him, and we're gonna put him right back underneath of Mama because he needs to drink a little bit more. So we want them to drink approximately 10% of their body weight in the first 24 hours. But look at that, he's walking pretty good. So I'm very happy with his progress. He's walking away from his Mama because oops, and there he goes, fall over. So he just needs a little bit more energy from the milk. So it's really important to get that first milk within the first 24 hours. Well, Monday morning update. Look at this little boy. Yes, Mama, you did a great job. So this is Brooklyn, and she gave birth yesterday to this beautiful little boy here. It took him a few hours to get his temperature up. So the temperature for alpacas needs to be about 100 degrees before they can start digesting the food from Mama and standing up on their own. So his temperature when he was born was around 92 something. Immediately it dropped to around 90, and we were able to warm him up over the next couple of hours and get him up to 100 degrees. Once he was up to 100, he was a little shaky because it had been a little bit since he'd had anything in his belly. But then Mama here, Brooklyn, she did a fantastic job. So she stands really nice for him, and she is obviously loving on him. And overnight, I saw him eat. We weighed him this morning, and he's the same as he was yesterday, which is really good. Sometimes they actually lose weight during that first day, but not him. This little boy, he gained weight. Or he didn't gain, he stayed the same. So good for him. So very excited about the first birth of the season. The next one should happen in a few weeks. Have a great Monday. All right, bud, now's your time to get up. Want to get up? Look at those legs, they're all tangled in there. All right, buddy. There's your mama. Mama, he needs you. If you could get up, that would be awesome. I'm gonna help you, have to help you get up, because this little baby, he needs you. So this baby was born 3 hours ago to Brooklyn. And it was Brooklyn, he's on time. Oh, that was a good try, bud. All right, you wanna sit back up again? Try again, let's try getting up. Come on, you can do it. Show us how strong you are. It's so hard to be born. There you go, come on, get your energy up, let's go. All right, so it's time for us to weigh this little boy. It's Monday afternoon. We weigh him twice a day. Let's see how he does. If she wants.
You wanna come with Mama?
All right, here we go. 16.2. What did he weigh this morning?
16.
Awesome, so he gained 0.2. It's not been a full day. So assuming that he continues to gain, we hope for them to gain at least 0.4 pounds a day. Good job, Bubba. You want to walk? Can you walk? We all want to see you walk. Can you walk? There you go. Come on, Bubba. Come on. Come on, Bubba. So we're expecting weather here tonight, so they're definitely going to stay inside. His left front leg is a little on the wonky side, so he might be inside for a little bit longer. We might also need to do some splinting on that. Evening check on our little buddy. Oh, look at him, he's doing awesome. Mama, also doing awesome. I'm trying not to invade their personal space. Let them have their space. Oh, but look at that. He's such a good boy. She's such a good mama. He's getting up. Go, nurse. Let's see if he can find it. He's kind of coming at that the wrong way. Oh, he is looking for the, well, that's a unique way to nurse, that's for sure. But we know that he's getting the nutrition that he needs, so we're gonna let the two of them figure this out. But he needs to go around to in front of her leg, not behind her leg. That's not very efficient. There he goes, he's trying to figure it out. She's standing right in front of that hay bin. There they go. Now he's gonna figure it out. Let's see, we'll just give him a minute. I'm gonna be quiet so that they can do their thing. There he goes. Do you see how she tracks him and tells him what to do? Well, now he went through to the other side. She's a good mom though, so she tells him what to do. So she's talking to him, he's gonna go around again. He'll get it. There he goes. All right, here we are this morning. Look at this little boy, 16.6. You hunka chunka, you're doing awesome. Yep, let's get out of here. Everybody comes to see the new baby. All right, come on, little one. Yep, we still got some wonky legs. His legs are still a little bit wonky tomorrow. What we're gonna do is we'll just put little splints on. The splints will be on for a few days, and then they'll be back to normal. So we call these windswept legs. I'm not gonna say common, but it's not uncommon in alpacas. But overall, this little boy is doing awesome. I'm so proud of him. So he gained 0.4 pounds from yesterday. So that was from last night. So overnight, Mama did a great job of feeding him, and they get to stay inside because of his legs. I wanted him to be in more of a smaller area and not to be out with all the others, especially considering we don't have any other babies. But he's gonna be just fine. He's standing really wonky right now. But whenever he gets going, there he goes. See, he can put that leg down. So we will get him all straightened out, literally, and go from there. All right, everybody, have a fantastic Tuesday. All right, it's Tuesday night. Our little buddy who was born on Sunday morning, we like to check on him. So that's his mama, Brooklyn. So let's see how much this little boy is weighing. So this morning we know he weighed 16.6 pounds. And if you just saw briefly on the scale, he does weigh 17 pounds now. So he gained 0.4 pounds during the day, which is awesome. So yesterday he weighed about 16.2. Now he weighs 17, so he gained 0.8 pounds in one day. That is awesome weight gain. So his front legs are still a little bit wonky, so tomorrow we will end up splinting him. But look at that boy. Is he not just adorable? Yes, he is. I think he's going to be quite the looker when he gets older. But it's time for him to go to bed, so we're going to put both him and his mama back into their stall. As soon as they get back into the stall, he loves to get nursing. So, good news, gaining weight, appropriately nursing. Mama's a great mama.
All right, it's time to wrap your legs. Just putting this on first as like a protective layer so the splint doesn't rub him too much. There's a boy. Use this splint here. That'll keep his legs straight because they kind of bow out. You have to wear it for 24 hours and then we'll take it off and recheck, see if he needs it again. Sometimes they need it more than once. And make sure you leave room here so they can actually move their feet. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good boy.
All right, so here we are. It's our afternoon weighing of Brooklyn's little boy. So today he weighs 18.2 pounds in the afternoon. If we'll remember, yesterday he weighed 17, so he gained 1.2 pounds. Look at everybody so interested in this one. So the older mamas, they're all right there. That was Chi-Chi. Look at Chi-Chi. She's given him a big old kiss, or trying to at least. So this boy, this chunky monkey, he is gaining quite a bit of weight. So they need to gain 0.4 to 0.6 pounds per day, and he's obviously doing that. If you saw on the front, he does have splints on both the right and front left legs. And the reason that we do that is because they were a little bit wonky, a little bit what we call windblown. So he is back in with his mom. He gets to stay in this little stall for a couple days. We'll reassess those little splints every single day. So we'll take them off, have him run around, and see how his legs are straightening out.
Hi guys, it is lovely outside, so we're gonna get this handsome little fellow outside in the fresh air and get that coat off and let him stretch his legs a bit. Mama is gonna very much enjoy being outside too. Come on, Mama. And Mama will be right outside with you, buddy. Look at that, it's so big. Let's get this coat off. You don't let that fleece breathe. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna take his wraps off. Today is May 1st. Ready to go back to your mama? Those legs look better already. Nice and wrapped up. There we go. That is one handsome splinted trio. Let's go see how he walks with these. Look, you got brand new legs, buddy. All right, evening check on this handsome gentleman. Mama's doing good. Excuse me, Mama. I'm just here to borrow your baby for a second. Oh, you're a sweet baby. It's okay, Mama. I'll be right back to you. I'll be right back to you. I'll be right back, Mama, okay? Yeah, you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. I had his coat off earlier. I did coat him again because it's getting a little bit cooler tonight. Not super chilly, but just a little bit. I thought it might be nice for him. He had 18 pounds tonight, so he's pretty consistent, right about 18. Oh, and he's already in a rush to get back to Mama. Walk back to her, buddy. She's over this way. Go to your Mama. She's calling you. So much exciting stuff in the park. Come on, buddy. All right, I'll help you get back in with Mama. Thank you, buddy.
Well, it's time to weigh this little one again. So he's not such a big fan of walking to the scale, so we'll go ahead and put him on the scale. Let's see how he is doing today. There he is, looking so adorable. Look at that. And he weighs 18.4 pounds. So last night, if you'll remember, he weighed 18 pounds, so he's up 0.4 pounds. I guess we don't need to have that discussion about his eating habits after all. There's Pearl, giving him some gentle encouragement, reminding him to continue to eat. So he has those splints on his front legs because he doesn't walk as straight as he should. But look at that. He's learning to walk with the splints, keeping the strength within his front legs. His back legs are certainly fine. He's doing really awesome. The splints, we check his legs every single day, make sure that they are still in need of the splints. If they're not in need of the splints, then we take off them. I would imagine the splints will be on a couple more days because his legs are starting to straight out, which is awesome news for him. Look at him. Such a big boy.
Now we got Mama and baby outside together, doing some little kisses. This will be good for him to get some exercise and stretch his legs. All right, guys, we got this little guy out, and we're checking out how he walks right now. So you guys can see his legs look a lot better. Can you do some walking for me, buddy? But his legs still out-turned a little bit, so we're gonna re-splint him and then get him outside with Mama. We're gonna give you brand new legs, buddy.
So the purpose of the splint is to make sure that we stretch out those tendons and the ligaments and make sure that the legs are nice and straight. So in alpacas, we want the front legs to be nice and straight for sure. The back legs as well, but the front legs are extremely important. So they just get tucked up in there during the whole birthing process while they're still in their mama's belly. So it sometimes does take a little bit of time. So I think we put the splints on Thursday, I believe it was, for the first time. And today is Saturday. So they've been on 3 or 4 days. They will need to be on probably for another 3 or 4 days. As you can see, what Kane did is he tested him, make sure that he thought that he still needed the splint before he just went ahead and applied. So we apply this underlayer here, which is just a layer of gauze. The reason that we do that is because we are going to put on this half PVC pipe, and we need to make sure that he is protected from the pipe. We are making sure that he's nice and comfortable. You could see Kane there, just making sure that he could bend his ankle
or what we would consider in humans to be their ankle, making sure that we can go ahead and let him walk. So what we're doing is wrapping this in vet wrap, which is kind of like stretchy, elasticy, sticky material that just holds that splint on. So he is able to walk with the splints. We do keep him in a smaller area. So he'll be in his little birthing stall, which we saw, or we also use this for bonding. So the bonding stall, which we saw. And then if you saw earlier today, he does get to go outside, but that area that he gets to go outside is also very small. It's really important for mama's mental health as well as baby's mental health, though, to be able to get outside. So you can see that this first leg is almost all the way wrapped. That left front leg is a little bit worse than the right, but since we're wrapping the left anyway, we thought we would go ahead and wrap the right.
See what this little guy's doing tonight. We're gonna move him and Mama back inside. Before we put him back in a pen, we're gonna see how much he weighs. Come on, Mama. Oh, and Tilly is super excited to see the commotion. All right. We were at 19 pounds, so that is up from this morning. Flickering to 19.2. Come on, Mama. Brooklyn. Come on. You're gonna put it out. So he is up 0.4 pounds today. We're gonna take off his splints and see how he's feeling. It's okay, Mom. We're almost done with them. Little buddy. That was a great spit to the back of my head. Thank you, Brooklyn. We're almost done with them. As you guys can see, Mama is super attentive. It's okay. Oh, buddy. Tell your mama you're alright. Spit on you. Look at that walk. I think his legs look way better already. That's probably good. He hates walking today. When you pet a baby alpaca, do you feel how soft he is? Mm-hmm. This is the softest he'll ever be. The softest fleece an alpaca produces, the Korea coat.
Can we feed it?
No, he doesn't eat real feed. He just drinks milk.
Mama's like, can we feed the mama?
No, she's a little, she might spit, but I've got a ton of ladies out there.
She's just worried about her baby right now, I'm sure.
I'm gonna throw them on the scale. No, it just smells really bad. Oh wow. 18.8 without the splints on. So we've put on weight since this morning. Oh wow, look at that.
Bye-bye, baby.
You did that video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job. Buddy.
This is his indoor space right now. So I'm gonna bring him out. A quick borrow him.
We can get him walking.
Oh, buddy. It's okay, Mama.
Here we are with Brooklyn's little boy, and you can see that left front leg is still turned in. So we are splinting that again today, but he is doing so well. The right front leg is almost completely straight, so we will not resplint that again. So as of today, Brooklyn's little boy is 8 days old. He's doing fabulous. Look at them. He is just awesome. Anyway, he has a name. His name is Brewster. Isn't that adorable? So that's in relation to his mom. So his mom is Brooklyn, starting with a B, a part of New York. Brewster is also a city within New York, starting with a B. He is absolutely adorable. So we're going to splint that left front leg and it'll get back to normal. He's been gaining weight about 0.4 pounds per day, which is exactly what he needs to be gaining. Look at him, look at his mom with such adoration. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Eagle Eye Farm. We wanted to show you our little boy here. So he is now just 1 week old. He's 1 week old. And look at that. He's getting milk from his mama. He's been doing a great job. And so he will get a friend coming up in the next couple of weeks, which is fun and exciting. We have, I think, 12 or 13 more alpacas that are due here. So he'll definitely get a friend. But isn't he just adorable? So I have really high hopes for this little one. Look at the way he's sitting. He sits like a king, doesn't he? I am so excited to see what you grow into. So he's a white boy.
Someone asked if he knows how to speak, like if baby alpacas can speak.
Oh yeah, he like immediately. He speaks back to his mom. I mean, not like back talk, but he just like, he talks to his mom and lets her know that he's there, and she talks to him. She tells him when to eat. She makes sure that he's doing all the things that he needs to be doing, like pooping and stuff. So she's a really good mom. But yeah, they talk back and forth all the time. Isn't he adorable? Well, Tuesday evening, and I'm out here with Brewster and Brooklyn. But let's focus on this little boy. So you can see he still has that splint on his left leg. That right front leg is doing okay. He can certainly get around with this one splint. We are keeping him in this little more of a refined and smaller space because I just want to make sure that he doesn't run around too much with that splint on. Mama is such a good mama. So Brewster here though, he was born 9 days ago. He's taking a little tinkle right now. He was born 9 days ago. And that those legs are starting to really straighten out. Look at this
front leg here on the right. It's almost completely straight. It's just that left front leg, whenever we take off the splint, the knee bows in, and we don't want that. We want to give him the best chance of having a completely and totally normal life and normal mobility, so we have to put that splint on. We'll check it again tomorrow, but hopefully, if everything looks good, it can come off. I know Mama here is anxious to get back with her herd mates. It's fine being here with her son, but she would love to be with her other herd mates. For those of you worried, she can definitely see, but we will be shearing next week. And so we'll take care of that face and all of that fleece. It'll make everybody feel good. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Night, buddy. This is Brewster. Brewster is 10 days old today. You're getting to be so big. Anyway, Brewster, whenever he was born, unfortunately, his front legs were both what we call windswept. So they weren't quite to the point where he could walk straight. We gave him a couple days to see if he could straighten up on his own, and he couldn't. So what we do is we put this little splint on. So this is, the blue is vet wrap. This is just half of a PVC pipe. And then we put this bandage, this little gauze around to protect his leg from the PVC pipe. We take it off every 24 hours, so let me take this off, and we will assess his walk. If he looks good enough, then what we'll do is let him go without it. If he is not, if this left front leg isn't quite strong enough yet, then we'll just wrap him back up again. But Mama and Brewster are excited to go meet their other alpacas here at Eagle Eye Farm, aren't you, bud? All right, let's see. Show me how strong you are. Come on, keep on walking. Walk. There you go. All right. So let me take a look at this. I looked. I think that it's good enough. What we'll do is we'll give him another, 12 hours. So it's the afternoon. Tomorrow morning, we'll take another look. I'm going to let him have the night off from the splint. Go run around. See if you can get some strength in that leg. We're going to let these two stay in this more confined area tonight. And then tomorrow we'll take another look. But hopefully that leg gets strong enough that he doesn't need to have that splint back on. Hi everybody, I wanted to give you a little bit of update to what's happening here in the mama baby pen. So we have Mama over there, fully pushed, fully ready to accept an entire special hug from Wild. And Wild is happy to oblige. So I saw it when it first tapped in. Brooklyn put her tail up. It's been 11 days since she's had her baby. So she is now ripe and ready to go. So she's ready to get pregnant and have another baby next year. So we'll have to think about if we want to go ahead and breed her or not, but she's obviously going to be very receptive. This little boy, Brewster, he's just sitting there guarding his mama, but not wanting to be too interested in that special hug that's happening. We got all these other mamas checking him out. So right there is Zoe. Zoe's checking him out, seeing if he's hers, trying to figure out who he belongs to. And then Clea over here. Clea occasionally comes in, checks and see who her girlfriend Wild is giving that special hug to, because it's not her. But everything's going well. Brewster's doing awesome. They're going to get to be together now with the other herd. So Brooklyn was just getting mentally, she was getting a little depressed because she couldn't be with her herd. So they are herd animals and they absolutely need to be with other animals. So that's what's happening here at Eagle Eye Farm. Happy Thursday. All right, let's talk about Brewster. So this is his mom, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn comes to us from Red Granite Ranch, which is in Colorado. Brewster's daddy is Xanadu Pickatani, who's also from Colorado. So Pickatani, he did extremely well in the alpaca shows. For instance, he won both Judges' Choice at the Alpaca Show in 2023. And then he went on to become the Light Supreme Champion at the 2023 AOA National Show. Whenever I heard that the breedings were available for Pickatani, I immediately thought of Brooklyn. So what's interesting about Pickatani, and you'll see these in the pictures, is that he is also a fawn. So that's that light tan, almost the same color as Brooklyn. But look at this little boy. He's definitely not tan. not fawn. And he is always going to be this white color, this beige maybe. And this is all due to color genetics, right? So the genetics that both his mom and dad must have would mean that he can be this color, right? So I love animals with color, but his fleece is going to be spectacular. So it's okay if he's not colored. I still love you, buddy. I do. We got to get those legs fixed, and then you're going to be spectacular. You certainly are one big stud muffin.
All right, guys, we got this little guy out, and we're checking out how he walks right now. So you guys can see his legs look a lot better. Can you do some walking for me, buddy? But his legs still out-turned a little bit, so we're gonna re-splint him and then get him outside with Mama. We're gonna give you brand new legs, buddy.
So the purpose of the splint is to make sure that we stretch out those tendons and the ligaments and make sure that the legs are nice and straight. So in alpacas, we want the front legs to be nice and straight for sure. The back legs as well, but the front legs are extremely important. So they just get tucked up in there during the whole birthing process while they're still in their mama's belly. So it sometimes does take a little bit of time. So I think we put the splints on Thursday, I believe it was, for the first time. And today is Saturday. So they've been on 3 or 4 days. They will need to be on probably for another 3 or 4 days. As you can see, what Kane did is he tested him, make sure that he thought that he still needed the splint before he just went ahead and applied. So we apply this underlayer here, which is just a layer of gauze. The reason that we do that is because we are going to put on this half PVC pipe, and we need to make sure that he is protected from the pipe. We are making sure that he's nice and comfortable. You could see Kane there, just making sure that he could bend his ankle, or what we would consider in humans to be their ankle, making sure that we can go ahead and let him walk. So what we're doing is wrapping this in vet wrap, which is kind of like stretchy, elasticy, sticky material that just holds that splint on. So he is able to walk with the splints. We do keep him in a smaller area. So he'll be in his little birthing stall, which we saw, or we also use this for bonding. So the bonding stall, which we saw. And then if you saw earlier today, he does get to go outside, but that area that he gets to go outside is also very small. It's really important for mama's mental health as well as baby's mental health, though, to be able to get outside. So you can see that this first leg is almost all the way wrapped. That left front leg is a little bit worse than the right, but since we're wrapping the left anyway, we thought we would go ahead and wrap the right.
Good morning, Brewster. Let's see if you gained any weight. Hey, bud. All right, so this is Brewster. So we are on day 13 for him. So what happened was we had to splint him again. So we splinted him yesterday. We weighed him last night, and unfortunately he lost a little bit of weight. So we put him and Mama in their own pen. Let's go weigh and see if he gained any weight. Come on, little one. Climb on in. Climb on in. There you go. He is at, well, depending on where he stands on the scale. Come on, stand in the middle. 20.6. Oh, he gained 0.4. Perfect. All right, let's go back to your mama. Oh, look at that, big boy. All right, come on, guys. We're going to go in here. You need to go outside today. Come on, Brewster. Come on, guys. Brewster, let's go. We have to go outside. It's a beautiful day. All right, this way. In we go. Here you go. Come on in. Oh, look at that. Yeah, here's a gorgeous day. Look at that. Well, it's Sunday, Mother's Day. Look at this good mama. She is such a good mama, always taking care of her baby. This is Brewster. He was born 2 weeks ago. So he has this little splint on his leg. I'm gonna take it off and we're gonna see how he's gonna do without it. All right, bud, you ready to get that splint off? All right, the splint is off. I think it'll probably have to go back on. We're gonna give him the night without it though. Let's see if he can, if we keep him in this small space, let's see if he can get enough stability in that left front leg so that he doesn't have to have it back on. If we do, we do, but it would be nice not to put it back on. Wouldn't it, buddy? Yeah, I'm sure. So, it looks like he's getting more strength in that front leg for sure. But he's doing awesome. So, we're just gonna keep on keeping a close eye on him. And he should have a friend coming up here within the next couple of weeks, which will be nice. That having a friend really makes a difference. Everybody needs a good friend, right? All right, bud. I love you.
So he is up 0.4 pounds today. We're gonna take off his splints and see how he's feeling. It's okay, Mom, we're almost done with him. Oh, buddy. That was a great spit to the back of my head. Thank you, Brooklyn. We're almost done with them. As you guys can see, Mama is super attentive. It's okay. Oh, buddy. Tell your mama you're alright. Spit on you. Look at that walk. I think his legs look way better already. That's probably good. He hates walking today.
Happy Monday, May 12th. Look at this little boy. He's walking, doing a good job of being right here next to his mama. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. That's adorable. Oh, buddy, you're cute. So, we're gonna get a little bit of exercise in, just in this small pen. I still want that left leg to straighten out a bit. Oh, now he's gonna go get a drink. So, we do have shearing this week. It's gonna be super interesting. We're gonna shear both mama and baby, but they are doing wonderful. So, she wants to be over there with her friends, but whenever that happens, then she forgets to feed her baby. I think that life will be better whenever she is sheared, because she's got to be hot, right? Everybody here is hot. The temperatures are probably in their 70s right now. It's super sunny, but they have all this fleece on them. So she probably has 6-7 pounds of fleece on her. So, I mean, whenever you're like in a wool coat, who wants to have a child nursing on you whenever it's hot out? Nobody. So, she'll do better. But look at him. He's still favoring that left front leg. Probably should have the splint on again. But I'm going to make the decision that we are just going to wait until after we get done with shearing. And the reason is that whenever she just doesn't feed him well enough. She does not feed him well enough. Whenever he has the splint on, he does not gain weight. Whenever he has the splint off, he gains weight. So last night he gained 0.2. Yesterday during the day, with the splint on, he did not gain anything. And he might have even lost. So I want to make sure that he continues to gain weight. So we'll continue to monitor the situation here. But he's doing a great job. Oh, and now he's going to go poo-poo. Well, happy Tuesday morning. So Brewster here didn't gain any weight overnight. So we have the fan on Mama, but everybody's just hot, right? So the temperatures are getting into the 80s during the day. They get down to the 50s at night, but she is in full fleece and she's just hot. So shearing is in 2 days, so relief is coming. If he doesn't start to gain weight after she's sheared, then we'll discuss other matters. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna let them do their thing, because overall he's doing really well. Not gaining as much weight as what I would like, but he is gaining. So he did gain weight yesterday, just not overnight. So that's good news. But everybody's doing well here. Isn't that right, Brooklyn? So won't be long, and hopefully we'll have another baby, and then he'll have a friend to play with. So it's Alexis here. Yep, I'm talking about you. The lighting's really bad, but that's who is going to be having a baby next. And she actually, that baby is going to have the same baby daddy as does Brewster. So they'll be half siblings. Hopefully this next one will have color and not just be all white, but if it does, it does. So anyway, we're keeping an eye here on Alexis because she's the next one due. This is too cute to not film. Look at this little boy. He's fine until I talk. But, oh, look at him. He is just adorable. He's playing Ring Around the Rosie with his mama. Oh, what a good looking boy. He probably does need to have that left leg splinted again. But like I said, we're shearing on Thursday. So today is Tuesday night. We're shearing on Thursday. I'm going to give him until Thursday. His mama is not giving him as much milk as she needs to whenever he's splinting. So I want to make sure that we get her taken care of, get her sheared, and then we'll go ahead and take care of him and get him splinted. Isn't that right, bud? Let's come take a good look at this little boy's face. Because he's just adorable. Well, now his mama walked away, so he's going to walk away. Let's go home. Get one good picture of his face, and then we'll let them leave for the night. Hey, Boo-Boo. Brewster. Well, look at this little one. Mama was taking a nap, but we're focusing on your baby. Brewster is doing so well. Doesn't he always just look so happy? I love that. I love that about alpacas, but certain ones show it more than others, and he definitely shows his smile. So they are camped out in front of the fan. It's warm here in western Wisconsin, warmer than normal. Look at him. He's always like licking his lips, moving his jaw. He's like, Mama, when you stand up, I'm gonna eat some. So he is doing wonderful. Yesterday he gained a total of 0.4 pounds, which is exactly what we want them to do. We want them to gain around
1.4 pounds a day, so he's right on track. When he is not wearing his splint, he gains wonderfully. When he puts back on that splint, he doesn't gain as much. Like I said before, I think that probably come Thursday after Mama is sheared, and he will be as well. And we'll be sure to get that on video, you know that for sure. But as soon as that happens, then we'll probably have to put that splint back on him. But until then, he gets to just kind of hang out with his mama. Isn't that right, Brewster? Give me a good look. Oh, buddy, have a good day. So this is Friday morning, the day after shearing, May the 16th. And we have this little guy. He is back in the holding stall. So him and his mama, Brooklyn. So yesterday was shearing. He got sheared. This is completely and totally normal. He is 2.5 weeks old. The rule in alpacas is if they're born, they're shorn, right? So we have to shear him. And so we did. He had no problems with the shearing, neither did his mama, Brooklyn. However, if you watch the video that I posted this morning that I actually took last night, his mama was not so interested in nursing him anymore. So I don't know exactly why that is. Sometimes it's because of their scent. Their scent goes away. So he got put back here into the holding pen. And even with that, she's not so interested in being his mama anymore. But we are taking care of that. So we have a chute, so we tie her up so that she can be a good mama. He has to get his nutrition. She has the milk. This is not torture. This is exactly what we need to do. So this is what we're having to do. We're having to actually put Brooklyn into the chute. And the reason that we have to do this is because whenever we try to just hold her, it's no fun for anybody involved. It's not fun for her as she's moving all around. It's not fun for us as we're trying to hold her. And it's certainly not fun for Brewster as he has a moving target. So we just released her from being held and she immediately laid down. She's letting everybody know she's not interested in feeding him or being motherly towards him. We believe that this will last a day or two and then she will go back to being a mama. But as you can see, he's already starting to eat some hay. He just took a couple of big drinks. He's a slow drinker, which doesn't help the situation either. But he's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. We're going to take care of both of them. It's just going to take a little bit of tough love. Well, here we are with Brewster and Brooklyn. So he is eating. He is getting nutrition. It's just, unfortunately, she has to be in this chute. We can try to hold her, but she's pretty darn resistant to us just holding her. He is also not the speediest eater, I will tell you. I think that that's part of the problem, right? Look at him. He just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth pretty rapidly. He's getting milk. She does have milk. He's I don't know if he has like ADD or what, but if there's not somebody in here with him, then sometimes he just drinks for a little bit and then lays down. So, but we have tried milking her ourselves, and she definitely has milk. Just it's him. He was doing so well before, and now he's a slow drinker, and she's not very tolerant of him. But Brewster and Brooklyn will figure it out, or we will help them figure it out. And we're all going to be okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Hi, little buddy. This is Brewster. Today, Brewster turns 3 weeks old. So let's give a little update on this guy. So we had shearing, which we do once a year here at Eagle Eye Farm in western Wisconsin. And when we sheared him and his mama, Brooklyn. And after that, Brooklyn decided she no longer wanted to be a mama. So we have them in this little bonding pen. And so this is so that they get to know each other and remember that they are mom and son. Oh, yes, that's your baby, isn't it? Yes, it is. So that is such a good sign. So what happened, we sheared on Thursday, and this little boy was rejected by his mama. She wanted nothing to do with him. So what we had to do is we had to tie her up so that she would actually allow him to get underneath of her. And we had to just be in here with her the entire time. He ended up losing weight Thursday night, Friday during the day, Friday night, Saturday. And so he had lost a total of 1.2 pounds. Whenever you only weigh 21 pounds, that's quite a bit of weight to lose. So he lost weight, and we were monitoring him. We were trying our hardest not to make him a bottle baby. The best nutrition that they can get, of course, is from their mamas. But last night, I don't know if they figured it out. I do know that obviously he's in front of the hay and guarding the hay. He is eating hay. He is also eating some pellets. And then they saw him drink some water this morning. So he is figuring out how to be a big boy. But we have also seen him nurse, although granted not a lot, but he has nursed on his own with his mama. And then we still, we don't necessarily have to strap her up, but we have to hold her still in order for her to allow baby to drink. But as of today, things are looking up. He gained weight overnight, and we will continue to monitor, make sure that they're both healthy and safe. Assuming that they are, then what will happen is they'll eventually get to go back outside. But until then, they get to stay inside until they get it all completely figured out. Happy Sunday, everyone. Well, look at this. It is Sunday night. I was coming in to weigh him. This is Brewster. Brewster is 3 weeks old today. He was sheared on Thursday, and after he was sheared, his mama was not interested in being a mama to him anymore. But look at this. This is completely and totally not instigated by me. He did this all by himself. She did this all by herself. I'm so proud of the both of them. We weighed him midday and he had gained 0.2 pounds. I actually came in to weigh him again. but we will let them finish their job here. But so far so good. So Brewster's 3 weeks today, and I think they have figured it out. I think that they've figured out that they belong to each other. We are still keeping them in this bonding pen for the evening, and then maybe a little bit afterwards. But she's being so much more motherly, right? On Thursday after they were sheared, she was kicking everybody, including him. Wanted nothing to do with him. He would come by her and she would literally kick and run away. So look at that. That's a gorgeous sight. I just weighed him and he gained 0.4 pounds during the day today. So good job. Good job, Mama and baby. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If they continue to gain weight, or if he continues to gain weight, then maybe tomorrow we'll let them consider going outside, just still in the pen with the two of them together. All right, Monday morning update. So we have some unfortunate news and then we have some good news. So we're gonna start with the unfortunate news first. So this is Brewster. He is 3 weeks, 1 day old. He was sheared last Thursday and his mama rejected him. We had thought we had overcome that on Sunday. Looks like we're still not 100% perfect. So he did lose 0.2 pounds overnight, which is less than ideal. So we will keep them in this little bonding pen and see what we can do from there. The second very unfortunate thing that happened was that overnight, the first peacock that hatched here on the farm did pass away. We don't know exactly what happened. That peacock was completely and totally normal yesterday. I checked on it last night, completely and totally normal. They came in this morning and it was unalived. But some good news, let's go and check out So this is the peacock eggs that we have been hatching, and look at this. There's a little one in here. So we're gonna take this little one, hey little one, and we're gonna go put it with lemonade. Oh, you're not so little, you're a big one. And you're squirmy. I love it. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this under lemonade. Lemonade, we got you a new baby. All right, we'll see how this goes. We'll keep a close eye on this. All right, so a question has been asked of why we sheared Brewster. So I just want to share that. Just to rehash, so this is Brewster. Brewster is now 3 weeks, 1 day old. He was sheared, as was every alpaca that we had here at the farm last Thursday. When that happened, his mama, Brooklyn, decided she didn't want to be a mama to him anymore. So what she did is she was kicking him. She was moving away from him. I'm just going to hold her just for a second here, just so that she remembers that she's supposed to hold still whenever he's eating. So we have progressed to this point where she will now hold still, sometimes with a little bit of assistance. For a while, we had to tie her up. Isn't that right? Yes, we did. We had to tie her up, but now we don't have to tie her up. We can just hold her, just to remind her gently that she needs to let Brewster eat. So the question is, do we normally shear? So I will just be completely and totally honest with you. We have owned alpacas since 2018. This is the first time that we have had an alpaca that was born before shearing day. Normally in Wisconsin, we breed so that they're born sometime at the end of May to June at the earliest. But this Brewster was born obviously earlier. He was born at the end of April. So I had done lots of research, and the rule of alpacas is if they're born, they're shorn. So I discussed it at length with my shearer, and I felt very comfortable with him being sheared. It is, like I said, unfortunate that this happened, but we're all dealing with it. He gained weight over the weekend. Like I said, last night he did lose about 0.2 pounds. So we're being very cognizant today, making sure that we're in here assisting her. But I think that he's going to be okay. He's eating hay, he's eating pellets, he's even drinking some water. He very much wants to live. We want him to live. So yes, I would do this again. Yes, this is normal. This is what happens across the country, across the world. Whenever babies are born, they do get shorn. Well, just a quick little catch up on these two. It's about 9:30 on Monday night. I came over, they were both standing up. I don't know if this means that he had just been eating or what, but I held her and he was not interested in eating. So hopefully that means that he has a full belly and that he's going to gain weight. If he gains weight, there. Let's see if she lets him. Nope. If he has if he gains weight, then they get to go outside. They'll still be sequestered. A question was asked if I still need to splint his leg. I don't know. I'm just going to be honest. We will just have to wait and see what it looks like outside whenever he's able to move around a little bit more. In this small space, I can't really tell. So that right there, the leg is secondary. I just need for him to make sure that he's gaining weight. He has to gain weight and really truly thrive, and then we can start worrying about his leg. But for tonight, I came over to feed. Either he's already eaten or, yeah, I guess he's already eaten. He wasn't interested in eating. He's obviously got a little bit of an itch going on. So, all right, bud, say goodbye. All right, thank you. You're a cutie. Well, super duper happy Tuesday morning. Look at this. This little boy just got up as soon as I got here. I don't know how much he's actually getting. I came over last night. If you watched that video, I came over about 9:30 last night, and Mama kind of did the same thing. I held her for a bit, and she was not interested in being held, and he was not interested in eating. So we weighed them this morning, and he has gained 0.4 pounds overnight. So good job, little one. So I don't know if he's from getting it from the food. So we are giving him grain. He is eating some grain. He obviously has free choice of the hay, and then he has Mama. We have seen him drink some water. Obviously, whenever we're in here, Mama is not so interested in feeding him, but who knows what happens in the middle of the night, right? I will just say that for everybody. Who knows what's happening behind closed doors in the middle of the night. But so far, so good. I'm so happy this boy has gained weight. I did promise them that they would get to go outside if he gained weight. I think I'm gonna have to just make that a lie because it's nasty out. It's raining, it's cold, there's a wind. The wind chill is apparently like 27 degrees. It's not ideal weather. So I just don't want for him to be outside in weather like this. So what we're gonna have to do is just keep him inside until the weather gets a little bit nicer. Another few days of bonding won't hurt. All right, Brewster, have a good day, buddy. Can you tell me, have a good day? You wanna give me a kiss? Aw, thank you.